Public service announcement. Hey you guys, I just ran to Sprouts really quick and it's kind of funny. There was a lady in there looking for Dulce Flakes and none of the workers knew what it was. So I kind of like interrupted and told her they don't sell that here, they sell it at Whole Foods. And she didn't even know that it was a seaweed, so I'm glad that I jumped in and tried to help her. And then I showed her the Asian food section and that she could take the little seaweed snacks or whatever and grind it up and use that. She wanted to make a mock tuna salad with sunflower seeds, and so I told her you can just grind this up and stick that in your thing and it'll taste fishy. And you can also use black lava salt, which they also don't sell here, if you want to make it taste like fish. And dang, I should have taken that opportunity to be like, hey, are you vegan? Are you going vegan? Or watch my YouTube channel. But how do you interject that without sounding like a weirdo? You know what I mean? So I didn't say anything. I just helped her and then I went on my way. I did my good deed for the day, helping out a stranger. So yeah. So I just went there to buy onions and tomatoes, and I got some smoked paprika because I'm gonna make some more of my cheese sauce, because I'm thinking of trying to make the potatoes au gratin, which I have not made ever myself. My mom used to make, you know, those from the box when I was a kid, and I absolutely loved them. And of course they're not gonna taste the same, but I love my cheese sauce, so I'm sure it'll be good. I don't know how to make it really, except to layer thinly sliced potatoes and put the cheese sauce in between. I think that's all you do, and then bake it. So I'm gonna probably look up a quick recipe just to make sure. I'm not gonna make it today though, because you know, I have to go to work and I already have leftover mashed potatoes that I made from the day before yesterday that I still need to eat. I have probably enough left for my dinner tonight. Or maybe even just, I don't know, my lunch today. I haven't eaten breakfast yet, but I was planning on making hash browns and then taking my leftover potatoes for lunch, which is technically my dinner at work. Or no. See, I always get confused when I work swing. I always forget that I need to eat like before I go to work. But it's hard because like I eat breakfast and then I'm really not hungry. But if I don't eat before I go to work, I won't get enough calories for the day because my lunch break is 2 hours into my shift. But if I don't eat, by the time I get to work, I'll be starving. And then at lunch, I'll eat, but then I'll be starving again before I get home, and then I end up eating late, and it just throws off my entire day. So, like, I have to make myself eat before I go to work. And, so I need to go home, make my hash browns, figure out what I'm gonna do. But anyway, I'm not gonna make the au gratin potatoes today. Maybe I'll make them on Thursday or something. But I just really wanted to have onions because I had red onions, and then I went home, and the other day when I went to the store, when I got my potatoes after work the other night, I went to the store and I didn't buy onions because I was like, oh, I still have red onions at home. And then I went home and my last red onion had rotted. So I was like, dang it, I really wanted onion with my mushroom gravy, but then it was rotten. So that was a fail. I guess I should have just bought more while I was at the store. It's not like I wouldn't have used them, you know. But I didn't know that I only had one left. So anyway, so I decided to buy sweet white onions today to try those because I haven't had those in a really long time. And I love red onions, and those are like the sweeter type of onions. So I'm going to go ahead and try the white sweet onion and see if I like that one just as much. Yeah, so basically I'm just rambling. Anyway, I'm proud of myself for stepping out of my box and talking to a stranger today. You know, working with the public really helps with if you're an introvert or if you just have a hard time like talking to people. Like, I really used to be like the most shy kid ever. I used to hide behind my mom's legs whenever someone would try to talk to me. Like, up until I've talked about this before, up until I was like 25, I couldn't even call and order a pizza for myself. Like, I do not like talking on the phone. I don't like talking to strangers. I would always feel really stupid whenever I would talk to someone because I don't know what to say, and I would always come out feeling really awkward and weird. But, you know, going to work for a big corporation, and then they force it upon you to have to talk to, you know, customers and guests, and I think, you know, in the long run it's been a really good thing for me because you have to learn how to do it, and even if you don't like it, you know, you have to put yourself, you get forced into that situation and you have to start learning how to talk to strangers. And it actually has really helped me over the years because I'm not as shy as I used to be. I still get awkward at work. Like, I had an awkward situation at work yesterday where some guest made a comment and I had no idea how to respond, so I just kind of laugh nervously and go and just say something stupid and then leave because I don't know what to say. Like, people always say things to me and I have no response. Like, I don't know what to say because people say the dumbest things sometimes, or they just, I don't know. I'm a very sarcastic and blunt person, so when I'm at work, I have to be careful what I say. I can't just say what's on my mind, or I can't just respond how I would respond to a friend or my husband or whatever. I have to be careful what I say because I'll get myself in trouble. So I always kind of just awkwardly pause, and like, I usually have a nervous laugh and I'm like, okay, well, you have a great day. That's what happened to me yesterday. So of course I was talking to Amy and she's like, this is the same thing I always do. Oh, after the fact, it's, oh, I should have said this, or I should have said that, or, you know, this would have been funny. And Amy came up with like the perfect response. Okay, I'll just tell you like the situation. I went in the room to fill the bar. The guest was there, which I hate going in the room when the guest is there because then you have to talk to them. So I go in the room and I tell him, he said, oh, of course, because the guest always says, well, I didn't use anything. And I'm like, I didn't say you used anything. I said the bar needed to be refilled. I told him the last guest used something. Would you mind if I refill it? And he's like, oh, okay, go ahead. And then he's like, he goes in the other room and he comes back like laughing to himself and says, or maybe I did use it. And I'm like, no, you're okay. And then I was like, well, yeah, enjoy your stay with us. You have a good day, bye. And I left. And then I talked to Amy and I was like, I always get so awkward. Like, I don't know what to say to people. And she's like, well, you should have, or you not should have said, but you could have said, oh, don't worry, I wouldn't charge you anyway. And then as you're walking out of the room, say, or maybe I will. Just like he did, you know. And that would have been perfect because it would have been funny. It would have made him laugh. And I wouldn't have been all awkward and weird and just like kind of left him hanging after his comment because I didn't know what to say. And I was like, see, hindsight is always 20/20. So I just want to put it out there, like, if people are weird around you and you're like an extrovert, just try to like remember that some people are they're very introverted. And actually, I used to work with this girl and she would actually come off very rude because you would talk to her and she would completely ignore you, or she would stand there and like stare at the floor. But I knew that she was very introverted and she was afraid to talk to people, so I never took it personally. I always tried to like bring her out of her shell and like talk to her because I knew that we have things in common and that we're very similar. But she was a lot younger than me, so she had gone through all the years of working for this company and, you know, started to come out of her shell yet. So I'm just saying, like, if you meet someone who acts like that, don't automatically assume that they're being a bitch, you know, or they're being an a-hole and they just don't like you or whatever. Sometimes you need to give people the benefit of the doubt and just realize that some people are just really socially awkward, and, you know, there's not much they can do about it. When you're shy, you're shy. You don't know what to say to people. All you can do is live your life and hope that eventually you'll grow out of it, you know, and with practice, working with the public, like, you will get better. So, yeah. Like, a lot of people tell me too, like, I'm afraid to start a YouTube channel, and, well, I was afraid to start a YouTube channel too, but really, like, you just have to jump in and do it. Like, if you go back to my first couple videos, I'm so awkward. I'm like, I don't know what to say. I'm kind of like I just kind of like look, I don't know, I just kind of look scared. Like, I look awkward. Like, go back and watch my first like 2 or 3 episodes and you'll see, like, I have completely grown into talking to the camera, talking to you guys, and just like you're here with me, you know? So, you know, just don't be afraid. Just jump in and do it. Sink or swim, you know? And eventually you'll swim, because if you keep trying, you'll get better at it. So, I don't know. Public service announcement. Don't automatically assume that people are a-holes. Just give people the benefit of the doubt and understand that some people are very awkward, and just try to be understanding and bring them out of their shell. Keep talking to them until, you know, until it's blatantly obvious that they're like, don't talk to me, or they are rude to your face, then that's the only reason, you know, to know that they're not just being awkward, that they're being an asshole. But a lot of the time people are just, you know, introverts. So anyway, I just want to put that out there. Like I said, public service announcement. Some people are awkward, and it's okay. So yeah, anyway, like I said, I did my good deed for today. Now I'm gonna go find out what kind of potatoes I'm gonna eat. These are the most perfect hash browns I have ever made. Ugh, these look so good. So I forgot to make greens with my hash browns, and I still feel a little bit hungry. So I just steamed some kale and put some lemon juice on it and salt and pepper, and I'm gonna eat that as a snack before I go to work. And then I went ahead and made some gravy and added that into my cold potatoes from, like I said, the day before yesterday, and I'm going to take this to work with me for my dinner. Just got home from work a few minutes ago, and I'm attempting to make a sweet potato brownie that I saw in the Potato Cleanse Facebook group. Doesn't look like it's going to hold together very well, but as long as it tastes good, that's all I care about. I guess it's still mushy inside. I cooked it for 20 minutes, but I guess that wasn't long enough. Just 1 sweet potato, some maple syrup, some cinnamon, some stevia, and some baking powder. That's it. And cocoa powder, obviously. Cacao. I used cacao. Yeah. It's mushy, but it's good. It tastes kind of like warm chocolate pudding. So when I'm craving a dessert, I'll probably make it again, because it's kind of like a lava cake. It could be like a hot pudding or a lava cake, so should kill my sweet craving. So I'm gonna eat this, and then I'm gonna go to bed pretty soon.